Welcome back to Jtwes, guys. Sun's finally came out this morning. It's Saturday, and my hope was to do some yard mowing. We still may be able to do that today, but I thought I'd take you and show you where the state of the union's at in the garden. It's looking good, so let's go look at a few things. You can see over here the Silver Queen's getting pretty tall. It's not the, we'll look at it in a second, it's not the most thickest stand in the world, but it's a good stand and it'd be plenty for us. I may this year try a fall sweet corn. In other words, I may replant this about July the 15th or 20th, somewhere along there, and see if we can get it. I know it's going to have a few more worms than they normally have. I get that, but it still may have some good corn out there. I think we'll try a fall crop of corn too. I've never done one. So this is a roll of sunflowers that, oh, let me mention this, by the way. I had video of me planting some of this stuff, but the video didn't come through, or the audio didn't come through, and I wasn't able to use it. So you're catching this for the first time, but you can see our tomatoes here. We're fixing to put some cages in them. They're starting to lay over. And I mean, these tomatoes have grown so quick with this rain. I cultivated them one time, and that was just kind of a couple, 3 days after I planted them, just to get the feet track out of it. I cultivated them one time, and look at them. They're really too big to cultivate now. The rolling cultivators would throw too much stuff on them. But the sunflowers are looking good, and I hope that the little birdies have plenty to eat. Y'all tell me how I can save. I assume this is going to be seed. The onions went to seed. How can I save that seed to make, we got some lemons here, so we need to try to make some lemonade out of it. How can I save these seeds and maybe use them to plant something with? As you can see, the ones that we took the dirt out around, they're doing pretty good. I think some of you guys told me that I wouldn't have much of a chance on these ones that's seeded out. But there's some bigger ones down through here. Oh, just like the corn, these came up when it had moisture. These came up after the rain. That's why they're so, just like the corn up there. And I'm going to show you my corn in a little bit too. Got some wonderful peppers. They're really starting to hit it and starting to take off. Yeah, here's a nice little overachiever red onion here. Look how pretty that is. Nice red onion. Some of these bulbs just didn't do right from the get-go. I don't get it. I don't know what happened to them. But like this, I planted one bulb and it split into two. And so I'm not sure what happened there with those bulbs. Maybe it was something I did. Who knows? All right, let's step over. Again, the German Johnsons, and they're looking just beautiful. Our peppers, but I wanted to show you over here. We got some squash coming up, and hopefully there'll be some more in there. I certainly planted more than that, so hopefully we'll see a few more. And from here down is cucumbers. And then we have some Hopi corn I planted, and it's coming up. And I almost didn't put Avipel on it. I almost said, okay, it's just 2 rolls. I don't need to put none on it, but I put some on it. I said, I'm not going to take no chances. Yeah, these tomatoes right here in the last 3 or 4 days, they've grown so quick and got so top heavy, they've already laid over. So we're going to get a cage on them, get them in a cage, and get them start growing upwards. Let's look at the Silver Queen. I don't think I've showed you guys. Before we get to the Silver Queen, okra, we planted. This is a white okra that Danny at Deep South sent me. My biggest, this is not about This is about a 20-foot section right here. We're going to take 10 of it and we're going to dedicate it to seed. And then the rest of it Lino can have, but I really want to build up a seed stock of this off of this little section right here. But that's coming on up. All right, our Silver Queen, and it's needs some nitrogen on it. I need to get it on there like hopefully in the next day or so. I'm going to try to cultivate this maybe Tuesday if I can. But there's a lot of corn out here. You can see a lot of the cover crop come up on the outside of the field here. Matter of fact, there's some at the corn. I'm not too worried about the cover crop. It ain't going to do but so much, and it ain't going to hide but so much. It's a long, stalky little thing. Like this plant here, I would be much more concerned with that crabgrass than I would the cover crop. Which that's going to be our challenge. Well, it's not going to be a challenge for a cover crop at the Jimmy Red field. The challenge is going to be probably nutgrass up there, but it's wet. I can't do anything with it. I'm hoping by Tuesday or Wednesday I can get in here, and it's probably going to be bending on this corn a little bit by the time I get in it, but hopefully it'll be okay. I do want to show you what I was talking about on this chisel plow here. What we're going to have to do is, notice how this sticks out. The point is inward here. It goes in. I'm going to have to take this point and put it on this side, this point on that side. So this part here will be on the inside. And we may have to adjust a couple of these a little bit. I'm not sure, but I got to do it because of the back. It's hitting the back tires right there. So if it's on the inside of it, I'm hoping that it won't hit the back tires in that case. So hopefully that'll be the case, and we'll get them turned around. I don't think it matters which way they go, but we got to get that soon. Green beans, got to show you. Okay, we got our electric fence up. We got full. Ow. Yep, it's still working. We got what I call full protection around the sweet potatoes here and the green beans. So let's see what we got. Woo, look at that pretty roll of green beans. So we got this roll of, these are Roma. These are the flat green beans. And over on the back side right there, beautiful roll of Blue Lakes. And then of course we got 4 rolls of sweet potatoes in between it, which they're all good and they're standing up. They're just begging for some rolling cultivators to wrap them up with some fertilizer. And that's what we got to do. Potatoes are looking wonderful. They're bloomed out. This has really come a long ways here in the last few days, but we got to get in here, get the fertilizer on it, and hopefully it won't take too much to do that. It's looking pretty. It really is. But we got, like I said, the fence to protect it from the deer, because you're not going to have these green beans in here and deer not just destroy them, and plus the sweet potatoes. But as you can see, they all survived, and just like I said, just waiting for, oh, here's a good example. If you can get this stem to survive, the other day, the only thing alive from here was just this leaf right here. You can see this has come out new, that's came out new. You know, this one survived good. I'm sure this leaf was on it from when I transplanted it. But don't give up on them if they look like they're about dead. If that stem's alive, you'll have your sweet potato plant. In which they're really all looking good now. Like I said, I just need to, hopefully by Wednesday I can cultivate them. I'm gonna try to do it Wednesday. All right, so we're in the shed. I've went ahead and put my sweeps on this tractor. I'm probably just gonna leave these on the rest of the year. It's just gonna be a deal where number one, I felt like I'd be cultivating when the soil was kind of heavy, and these doesn't cleat up as much stuff. And two, some of this stuff, when I get back in it, it's probably going to be the last time I get in it. So what we got to try to do is and hopefully, Samuel, I'm going to go do some mowing. I can do some mowing today, I think, up at the plow day field. So we're going to mow that. And I may try to mow some at the house this evening. Really enjoyed that lawnmower, guys. I'm telling you, more and more I drive that thing, I just don't understand how that's not the number one choice when it comes to usability on hills and things like that. It is just awesome. It just stays on hills like you wouldn't believe. But anyway, we'll check the Jimmy Red, half of that field where it came up pretty good. That's probably going to get laid by before the other half. The other half, it's got a 95% stand in it now, albeit the stand is up and down. So that's going to make it a little bit problematic when it comes time to laying it off, because you're going to have some stalks that are tall and some that are short. So I won't be able to throw as much dirt if they are all uniform. So even though it is nice that they've all came up now, it does make it problematic cultivating it, because I can't get the speed that I need to cover up some of this grass. And I'll show you here in just a little bit what I'm talking about. But we just, you know, you have times like this where the rain hits you, you got things going on, and so all that meets together, and it makes it a kind of a, it always seems like there's always a push at some point in my garden season where you're really pushed for time. And we have revival next week, so I lose all that time in the evening time cultivating, and we're going to make a trip this coming weekend, and so I lose that time, me and the boys. We're going to go pick up a couple things, but so yeah, I'm real pushed right now, and of course the rain on top of it, which we need it bad. I mean, everything needed it, and I'm glad we got it. But it's just pushed us on trying to stay ahead of the grass and stuff. It doesn't make a lot of videos either. But we'll be okay with it. I'm gonna get on the mower, and I'm gonna drive it up there to the plow day field, and Sammy will follow me, and I'll show you that Jimmy Red. And I did just want to put out a video, just show you kind of where we're at, state of the garden union. Did you see where we're at and kind of what we got facing us and the challenges? And I'll show you the challenges at the Jimmy Red that's going to be the biggest challenges. And but Lord willing, we'll keep at it. We got the stuff to cultivate it. My biggest goal is not to have to hoe it. If you got to hoe it, then I feel like, you know, I've failed in a sense, because, you know, with the rolling cultivators and stuff like that, if you can get in it, you can pretty much keep the dirt wrapped around it where you don't have to hoe it. But we may have to do something up here. I don't know. We'll just have to see how much the corn will grow versus the grass, and I can throw dirt on it. But it's been an interesting garden season. It has. I told Sammy the other day, I said, Sammy, I said, I don't care what the weather is. I don't care what the weather is next year. You take my tractor keys from me if I try to plant anything in early April. You make me wait till the May 1st. He said, I tried to get you to do it this year, but you didn't do it. You know, you get it sighted and stuff. But I really, looking back at the whole season, the sweet corn was planted on March 28th. I probably should have waited till May 1st. Now, I don't know if it would have worked out good, because is Lino waiting on us? Are you waiting to leave? You can leave. You're not going to hurt anything. Why, you don't want to be on video all of a sudden? You know, the way May 1st worked out, it was kind of dry then. and then we had a bunch of rain, so, you know. But cold ground, man, cold ground really makes a difference. I mean, because you got stuff sits out there, but when that ground starts heating up, that's when she really starts making a lot of strides. But I don't know. Sammy's going to stay on me. I said, did you not want to be on video? Oh. Yeah, just say hey. Leno's going to town, and I'm going to go mow up at the plow day field. Okay. I may mow some back here later on. Okay. The wind may dry it up a little bit, but I'm going to go show them the Jimmy Red, and that's what we're going to do. Okay. Sammy, you'll have to drive my truck. All right, did you want to drive my truck? Oh, okay. Well, do you have gas, Sam?
I got a quarter of a tank.
He ain't got a lot. You can park on the back side of that place, right? Yeah. You got your key? Yeah. Is that Sam's key or mine? Yours. Okay. She looks real little in that truck. All right, so let's get up to the plow day field. Let me show you that. Getting on my mower. I had Sammy come over here, guys, because before I went up there, I did want to, oh, come here, Sammy. Guys, we're going to redo this planter this winter. I think we're going to strip it down and paint it, get it all purdied up. It's a real nice planter, and I just hadn't showed it no attention. And I may even try to find me a plate for the sword to keep it from going so deep. But what I want to say about the mower, I love my mower, love it. I have noticed one thing about it when I crank it. And I don't know if it's just me, doesn't do it when it's running, only when I crank it. Just when I crank it. Sometimes she puffs a bunch of smoke out when I crank it. And I don't know, doesn't smoke when it's running, doesn't smoke when I run it all day and re-crank it then. It's only after it's set a couple days. And I thought, well, maybe I should get this on video just in case there is any questions from Cub Cadet if I ever had to get this issue addressed. So with that said, let's crank it up and see if it does it. Okay, didn't do it that time. I thought it would, but that's good. That's good. All right, see you up there. Okay, as you can see, lots of corn. But the problem is, I have lots of corn that way too. Say that again. My watch talking to me. I'm probably gonna have to put the nitrogen on this half as soon as I can cultivate it. I may not have to put it on here yet, but here's the deal. And y'all come out here. It's still pretty soft. You can see from my shoes here, it's soft. From here down, I'm not too much worried about because I can wrap that up pretty good. But I'm gonna have to clean this up so you can see it. We have a bunch of corn that came up. There it is. But that nut grass sitting right beside it is what's gonna hurt it here. So all that filled in, and it all filled in all throughout the whole field. It's filled in, it's ready to go. It's just, I gotta get in here and get some dirt to it and hopefully try to kill back some of this nut grass right here. Here's a perfect example. It came up, but it's the same size as that grass right there. And that's the only thing. That rolling cultivator can get most of this, but it can't get that one right there in the center. So that's gonna be Yeah, it's fairly clean from here down. It's fairly clean. It's just that center portion right there. But that's where I did not purposely couldn't throw no dirt to it when I cultivated it the first time. But yeah, lots of corn out here, tons of corn. Yeah, I mean just this from here down is more Jimmy Red than I've ever raised. So if we can get from here up to those sunflowers up there, if we can get it under control, and again, we may just have to hoe it. I don't know. I had to see how much dirt I can throw to it, and but as you can see, those few taller stalks are going to be problematic when it comes time laying it by. We may have to bend over a few with the tractor. They'll bend pretty good, but I still think it's going to be about Wednesday before I can cultivate it right now. We had some showers this morning. I had planned on maybe cultivating it Monday. We'll look at it tomorrow, but I just don't think it's going to dry up enough by Monday for me to cultivate it. It may be Tuesday or Wednesday, but watermelon, I haven't looked at them. Let's look at them. I don't see any watermelons yet, guys. I'm kind of surprised at that. I didn't think I planted it that deep.
Oh, there's one.
That one?
Yeah.
I broke it off. All right. So probably any day now, we'll start seeing some watermelons poke through. And we'll run the back feet of the tractor through here, kind of start that row off and get it established as a row. But you can see the corn this way too. It's looking good. Hopefully we can cultivate it. Okay, that is the state of the union on the garden situation. You guys keep following along and we'll see how all this turns out. We'll see what we pick up on our trip, show you guys that. Hopefully you'll like that. And you know, after this week coming up, should have lots of good video of laying by stuff, hoeing stuff, whatever we got to do to make it come out. So, you know, again, but you know, I could be in a situation where if I wait it till May, I may not have this corn in the ground. So I don't know. It's, you know, I say that, but I may not have planted nothing. You know, all this water has probably stopped a whole lot of planting. So we'll take what we got here and we're gonna make something out of it. But it's good just to be out here, and we're really, you know, we're really blessed and lucky to just be able to do this. So that's the fun part of it. And I'm gonna mow some. We'll get this video hopefully out Sunday, get you guys something to watch, and tell everybody, you know, I want to say hey, and we're still around. We just having to wait on a few things. But y'all have a good week, a good day. God bless you. God loves you. We'll see you.